Yo, welcome back, guys. I just want to record this voiceover and do this little recording. Why I think YouTube gaming is kind of dead, and why it is what it is today. So first thing first, I want to start out by saying, YouTube gaming has taken a drastic turn from like 2023 to now. There's no more YouTube videos going around as much as gaming videos. And the biggest part of that is, the streaming era. I know it's a new era and there's new things happening, there's new stuff. But I just ultimately want to say like that you know, YouTube gaming is pretty much dead. Everybody trying to become a streamer now, like they trying to everyone to, it's like people are just become lazy. They don't want to edit videos anymore. They don't want to, have fun and how it used to be back then, recording a video and editing it so everybody could see, and just the fun of it, clicking on that YouTube video and it's just fun and you want to watch it and you like the editing. Everyone just wants to be, a streamer nowadays. And, wants to, everyone just lazy. They just want to, hit, go live and play a game or, sit here and yap about something, And I know it's like it's the new era and everything, but also, bro, we can't just leave the YouTube gaming era behind, because me personally, I have grew up off of YouTube gaming content from your biggest YouTubers like Corey, X Kenshin, Dashy Games, Berleezy, all the OG like YouTube gamers, or it's not other people too, you got Minecraft gamers, you got Roblox gamers, Dennis Daily, you got Kevia, Gaming with Kev, Jones, like all the YouTube gamers back in the YouTube gaming, era. But that era is still happening today. It's just this whole persona of how people want to, everyone wants to be a streamer now. You see people going live on TikTok, and basically streaming on TikTok. You got people on Twitch streaming on Twitch. You got people on Kick. It's like, what has happened to the actual gaming era, and the fun of actually recording a video and not editing it to like, where it's like, oh my God, this video is heavily edited. But like, that fun, recording a video and, posting on YouTube. Now everyone just wants to be a streamer. They just want to click one button, go live, play a game, and try to have as many viewers as possible. It's like, what happened? Like, why is that the new norm now? I just don't get it. I just wanted to sit here and kind of go through that. It was just something on my mind. Why I think YouTube gaming or gaming on YouTube is not dead. People don't like to edit anymore. Also, you have a lot of people too. Not people they there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. They don't even want to. They don't even want to edit. They don't want to edit. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to press live and I got this many views, bro. I got this many views, bro. I got these many viewers, bro. Oh, da, da, da. It's like what happened, bro? It's like, where's the fun in actually making gaming content now, bro? It's besides going live and I'm a streamer, yeah, go follow, yeah, I'm a streamer this, I'm a streamer that, like I've seen it, I'm trying to do streaming myself also, but it's not like I want to just go live and stream and be lazy, I actually want to put effort into my content and what I'm making, because I've been wanting to become a YouTuber for years, since I was ever since I was like 8 years old. I've been wanting to become a YouTuber. And growing up during like a time like that where you just got all these popular gaming YouTubers, the videos was like fun. It wasn't heavily edited, but you wanted to watch it because it was it looked fun. You got the thumbnails, you got and then the actual game, which game for game that was popping back then, mostly GTA, Minecraft, Roblox, a lot of the other games too. But it's like, what happened? It's like, why does everyone just want to be a streamer now? Like, why? What happened? It's like streaming is like the new norm now. It's like, oh, nobody wants to do YouTube anymore. It's like YouTube gaming content or YouTube content in general is just dead. It's like everyone just, oh, yeah, streamer. I want to be a streamer. Yo, how do I become a streamer, bro? Yo, do you stream? So yeah, I just want to sit here and yap, and just talk about that. It's just a thought. I just woke up this morning, recording this at 11:05 a.m. right now. The earliest, But it's just a thought in my mind, and I've just been seeing it, scrolling through YouTube and seeing like just like YouTube. There's literally no YouTube gaming content being posted anymore, really. And if it's not, it's just heavily edited videos. It's not like entertaining anymore. It's just everyone's trying to do the same thing now. So I just want to sit there and yap about that. I don't know. Just thought I had, but yeah, I'm starting to see it though. The stream. This is like the stream era, but it's kind of a lame era, to be honest. 'Cause it's like they just leaving YouTube in the dirt. Like YouTube gaming content wasn't you know always like not always the funnest way or the norm. Because obviously there's errors and different content and different stuff. And of course stuff is gonna change over in 10 years, 15 years. But I'm saying like this whole I want to be a streamer norm to people is just kind of I'm not rolling with it. I've always been YouTube. But just seeing everyone on Twitch, like everybody just switches to Twitch now. Like the whole platform is everyone is Twitch. They want to stream. You got people going live and on their phones and they're just walking around in malls and streaming and thinking they're gonna pull 100,000 views, or not 100,000 views, but get at least like 500 people in their stream so they can watch them stream live every day. It's like where's the fun in that? You're not actually putting effort into what you're trying to post and make in your content. You just want to be like everyone else and just hopefully you get the most viewers. You're not doing anything different. But yeah, I just wanted to sit there and yap about that. But it's just kind of crazy. That's the new norm now. It's kind of yeah. But hey, it is what it is. Also, another point that I want to get into also is this new norm of people. They see the biggest streamer and they see what their content that they're doing, why they're pulling so many views and viewers, and daily. Like let's say for example, you got like a very big, I don't know, like for example, Casanat, the streamer. They see what he did, and what he's doing, and they want to do the same exact thing and just copy his exact style and the way he's doing stuff, and think they're gonna pull more views. This new normal, this IRL. Everyone's doing IRL streams, and it's literally just them living. They're just doing what they're doing. Like they're just literally streaming what they're doing in their lifetime, and just hoping to get views. Like going to appointments or going out shopping, going to the mall. Like people don't do that on a daily basis. It's like, oh, what are you doing differently? You're doing the same thing as somebody else is doing. Only you're streaming it. I just don't like that whole concept now. How that's just normalized now. You just pick up your phone and you get a camera, you just press record, and you just go do normal life stuff that people have been doing. People are living. They do that every single day. What are you doing differently other than just streaming it? So that's another point I want to get into. Also, it's just I don't like that. But it's like there's different ways to do content. Like I'm not trying to sit here and knock and say that streaming is just I don't like it, but it's the new norm. Like for gaming content, for talking, just chatting, just everything is just, oh, I want to stream it and do it live. There's no more YouTube. They just completely just leaving YouTube in the dirt. Like YouTube wasn't at once and still can be and still is, a form of, making content, tutorial videos, gaming videos, cooking videos, everything you would think of, you see that thumbnail and you see, you hear the video, you play the video, you just want to watch it. It's entertaining. When you eat a meal or it's late at night, you want something to watch and it actually gets interesting. What happened to that? Now everyone just wants to press the live button and start streaming and just do the same thing and just especially the IRL content. You're just doing something that someone's doing on their daily basis in their life, but you're just streaming it and thinking you're gonna pull viewers. It's just I don't know, but yeah, that's what I want to also get into. I've been noticing that a lot, and seeing it. So yeah. Another thing I want to get into also is this streamer trap. I'm gonna call it. It's called the streamer trap. I'm calling it that, where people are now think like, oh, in order to do this. Like they see, for example, where Kai Sinat, or your biggest streamers. Who else? Who could I think of? Um, who's your biggest streamers? Just the biggest. I don't really know, but the biggest streamers, that you see on Twitch or Rumble or Kick. Aiden Ross is another good one. They just see these streamers and think, oh,
I have to do this in order to pull this.
Get these amount of viewers, get these amount of views. I have to be a streamer. I don't need to do YouTube content. I don't need to edit videos. I don't need to do anything. Let me just get a camera. Let me just do something, play a game, or, get a camera, go to the mall, or go do something, or, go to a party, or even in school. Let me just live stream it. Let me just live stream it. Like I don't like that persona or that norm of why that's just the way how that is. Like why is it like that now? It's like people are just brainwashed into thinking, oh, streaming is the new wave. If I stream, I'm going to put all the viewers like this person. I'm going to be the next Kai Cenat. I'm going to be the next Rakai. I'm going to be the next, the biggest streamer. Or they see their content, what they're doing, and think, oh yeah, I'm going to do the same exact thing. Only I'm going to do it a little differently. And just literally copy and paste, and then they're going to pull the same amount of viewers. And then when they don't, it just ends up being, maybe I got to try harder. Or let me see what he's doing next, and I'm gonna copy the same thing. I just don't like that whole persona. It's very weird to me. It's very annoying and weird, and I personally would not watch that anytime. It don't matter what time of the day it is, what time of the week, what day of the week it is, what what week in the month it is. I don't care. I'm not watching that content. It's just boring. It's just everyone just wants to copy and do the same thing, and yeah, I just don't really like that, to be honest. And I say this all to say, I'm not knocking streaming. I'm not knocking, the wave that is currently in and the way people are doing things. Because again, people are getting paid lots of good money, but it's not, at the end of the day, it's not about the money and how much you're making from streaming. It's just the whole persona of, oh, if I want to get paid today. I want to get paid this week. Let me just press live and just talk about absolutely nothing that's going on or anything relevant in today's society, and think I'm going to get all these viewers to watch my stream, and and I just press in live and I'm going to get paid for it. Like it's not genuine. People are not genuinely streaming to stream for the fun of it. They're doing streaming to get paid out of it, and it's boring. It's like you don't want to sit there and watch somebody stream 12 hours a day doing the same thing over and over, just going out and doing what everyday people do. Go to the mall, go shopping. That's boring. That's boring stuff to watch. No one wants to watch that. And then yes, you have those people who do want to sit there and watch that. They're in that streamers chat every single day, but it's like, what are they doing? You sit there and wait for your favorite streamer to go live. You're sitting in your room on your bed. You're not doing anything. You're just sitting there watching your favorite streamer go enjoy their day that you could be doing also. And that's what leads me to my next topic, which is why people lean into more watching streaming content more than gaming content now. The reason why is, people, it gives them something to just watch, and I get that you see someone, you go through Twitch, you're scrolling through Twitch, you see this streamer and you see, they're doing something, outside of it. I mean, they're doing something, they're doing an IRL stream, for example. Yeah, they're doing that IRL stream and you want to watch it because it seems entertaining, but what are you really gaining from watching them do something outside that you could be also doing as well? It's like, why are you going to sit there and watch that, in stream? Like, it's good to you can probably check in a couple seconds if they're doing, but I'm saying that people actually sit there and watch people go do IRL things daily. They don't want to, I'm not saying gaming content is like also you need to everyone that has a game. No, there's other things obviously that you can do. But I'm saying the point I'm trying to make is that people normalize watching streaming just because it's live and it's something for them to just watch when they're bored. But they're not actually just watching it because they like streaming. They just want to watch, and they get bored, you know. Then there's the other people, they just don't, somehow they just like watching that, which I don't get too. They just sit in the stream for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and just, you know, they just never get bored. I don't get it. I can see if they're entertaining, the person they're watching entertaining, but then they're watching them do something live for hours when you have something that you could be doing in your own life as well. It's like you're wasting all that time that you could be doing something for yourself, but you're watching somebody else for 24 hours or 12 hours for however long they stream. And I just don't get that. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this video up. I just want to finish up on, you know, a couple of the topics. So why I think YouTube gaming is dead, and you know how this whole streaming thing is just taking over, you know, content wise, and you know YouTube is just not just becoming like, oh, I'm just gonna watch YouTube when I'm bored. But nah, I'm trying to watch stream. Yo, Rakai streaming. Yo, I'm gonna watch stream. It's like that's the new norm now. But I just want to sit there and, you know, yap about, you know, different points and why I think, you know, YouTube gaming is dead. But you know, that's all I gotta say. If you enjoyed this video, like, you can like, so if you didn't, you don't have to. I just, those are my beliefs, and you know why I think, you know, why content is the way it is. But I tried to get it off my chest. 11 a.m. And yeah. See you guys.